Hello, and welcome back to our next lesson of Python. Now today we're going to go over using input, and we're going to do some things with strings, and it's going to be really fun and exciting. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to learn how to use the input command, and the input allows you to get information from your users and do stuff with it later. And so it's really simple. It's just input, and then in here we're just going to type whatever message we want to be associated with. So let's say in this situation we want to ask how old the person is, so we could just type in how old are you, and then add a couple spaces, and then I'm actually going to copy this over, and this is something that I didn't really mention in the previous video. This on the left is the interactive pane, and you can just type whatever Python commands you want in here and press enter, and it will run them right away. So you can try things in here, test it out, see how your code works, and just like if you're not sure how to do something, you can troubleshoot it in here before you put it in your actual code. And so right now it printed out how old are you, and I can type in whatever I want, 65, and then it tells me there what the returning value was. It's a string of 65, and you can tell it's a string because it's surrounded by quotes. Alright, more about strings. We're going to go over putting quotes in strings. Now last time we talked about how we could print something like hello, and so this print thing is printing this string which is marked by the quotes, and so when you run this, I'll run it in the interactive mode again because I don't want to save this. When you run this, it'll just print hello. But let's say we want to say hello govna, and we know that there needs to be a colon in here, but so we want to run this, and again I don't know why I keep typing in here. Now let's see, so then it'll go in there. But let's say we want to have a quote around this. So that presents a bit of a problem, because if we try to put two quotes around everything, this is not going to work. Yeah, see, syntax error. So what we have to do is instead of that, we have to print okay. Alright, now it's happy. Now we have to type something called an escape sequence. Now escape sequences are special codes that you can type inside strings which are recognized as certain characters. So I'm just going to erase this and type out what they are. So typing 2 backslashes comes out as, actually I'll just print these so you can see how they turn out. Oh shoot. Print and see, so those two print as a single backslash. You can print out this way. That prints out a single apostrophe. If you do this will print out a single quote. You can do A, which will make that symbol, and it also apparently rings the system bell. B does a backspace, which obviously doesn't work in this particular example because there's nothing behind it. N will do a new line, so see it skipped a space there, and then back T will tab, which you also can't see, but I guess I can, and then type in party, and then now it'll tab that party text in that many space, a full tab's worth, and so that's how. So if you wanted to type something like quote hello governor, and so you wanted that to be an actual quote, you could type put in one of those around it, and so now it'll actually type out hello governor, and that's not how you spell governor, but that's not really the point. So those are useful because they let you type what you mean to say outside of the kind of limitations that Python has to impose so that it can keep order of what you're doing and what you're trying to accomplish. Now, the next thing that I'm going to talk about real quick is, this is pretty simple, it's triple quoting. Now you notice that these are all printing individual lines, and if I typed some huge long paragraph of something, it would just print it all as one line and wrap it as need be, which is great in some things but not great for other things. So I'm going to teach you how to do how to preserve formatting, essentially. So we're going to use what we call a triple quote string. Now you just type in, it's kind of self-explanatory, you just type in 3 quotes, and then you can type whatever you want in here. So we can type, this doesn't work quite so well in user, the interactive interface, because as soon as I hit enter it starts thinking that I want to run it. So we can just hit there, and then we can type in, hello, my name is Jeffrey, and then end it with triple quotes, and then you see how it selects all this to let you know that your parentheses are good. You can run this as test, yes, and so you see it'll print out here, hello, my name is Jeffrey, and it will do it all on. Now it'll even preserve that line skip that we did on that first one. So if I move that back up and then ran it again, it would get rid of that line space. So that's useful for when you have a specific format for your text in mind, and you don't want it to shift around based on what screen size you're looking at or various things like that. You want it to stay in place and be in a specific line number. That's useful. And the next thing, I guess that's actually it. So that'll do it for today, and I'll see you next time.